Załóżmy ślub tutaj w tym Aurorze.
Seems like good business. Property ownership and rent.
I love you. Marry me.
Of course I'll marry you, my darling.
I'm so happy.
I do like that.
It has been a hard
Very
life,
nice.
but I would not want to live anywhere.
Choose a new home for your new family, or buy them a new one. Perhaps I was sure that your first wedding would only be the first of many joyous marriage celebrations. Where would you like to hold the next?
Cześć. O, tutaj 20 000. Tak, bo cały świat by wtedy wiedział.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
I love holding hands with you. Oh well.
Balverines? I've killed 50 of them. With nothing but a
Chyba się
rusty
teraz o
cutlass.
dziecko postaram.
The moon? I've been there. In a great
Domek,
balloon.
który ja
It's
ustawiłem,
amazing.
to
And almost never rains.
jest gdzieś
Smells
pomiędzy
and that. I know them all. Cuisine. Every dish ever prepared. I've eaten it.
bo widzę.
Inventions? That was me. I invented them. Oh, and I wrote this book. Not impressed? Well, you would be if you knew I was illiterate. And paralysed. And blind.
Able to run away before it could attack him. Your Majesty.
I did not think you adventurers actually got married.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
I thought it was
Shop here and you're liable to rub elbows with celebrities.
To
I sell only the best.
Want to buy goods
genuine
so
shop.
much? Only I raise my Feel free to browse.
o mat.
I chose. Sometimes I wonder if I'm just a follower of my nature. It seems I never lead anywhere.
To będzie tu jakieś łóżko, nie? No chwila, co to tu? O Jezu, naprawdę?
You've made me so happy. This is amazing.
Yes! Yes! Oh!
You are incredible.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
You are going to be a father. Who's my bright-eyed little boy?
Kurde.
I can't wait anymore. What's next? Show me.
Ah.
Iść te questy, misje wykonać. Naprawdę ten dom jest super.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
I tak się tu przeniosę. A, bo jak ten diament zdobędę, to będzie plus 500 000. Chyba wszystko. By pasowało z młotka porozwalać kwiat. Dobra, jak kwesty powykonam, to sobie pozwiedzam pustynię. Wodki to fajne są. Miałem kasę do skarbca, dlatego trochę jestem łukany.
Ah, who's a beautiful dog? Who's a...
Wyglądam jak sułtan Sulejman. O, fajny łotek, przynajmniej świeci. Będę ulepszać. To duży dywan. To... Kopię chyba.
A little.
Tego mur. Jeszcze mi się wszystkie nie udało zdobyć. Sobie wyłowię. Mało, ale... Ale tu prawie wszędzie te kwiatki są. Do kopania mi. Też kiedyś miałem wolny internet. Było grać online. Każdy może dołączyć. To nic nie ma. bliski. I nie będziesz czekał. Bardzo drogi diament, no i fajnie. Jeszcze tam sprawdzić. Takiego ja tu klucz, nie jest to. O, chodź. Teraz to ten motek będzie miał siłę.
Ah, hello.
No, ten motek to tu dobry jest.
Fancy a bit of counting, do you? Have you some financial concerns?
Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
Greetings, sir.
Nie to się...
You have several new suits. Those will make dressing easy.
My lord.
Hello there, Your Majesty.
Sir?
No, tutaj ta moja klasa jest.
It's more beautiful than I dared to imagine. And heavy, too. Our experts estimate it's worth a small fortune. Of course, now the question becomes, what do you wish to do with this fine stone? Shall I deposit the money from the sale into the treasury? A truly selfless act. I am constantly in awe of your generous and noble spirit. Putting the safety of your people before your own reward. Bravo, Your Majesty. Bravo.
No.
You have shown yourself to be a most talented monarch. The treasury is positively overflowing. You might even consider borrowing a little for yourself. Of course, it never hurts to earn even more. Who knows what the future will bring? With that in mind, I would like to discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished under your brother's rule. There are vocal elements within the community who are clamoring. Very well, Your Majesty. The breeders amongst the rabble will be ecstatic, I'm sure. Perhaps you are considering making a personal donation to the treasury to make up for the shortfall. It is entirely your decision, as always. Shall we proceed with the rest of your appointments? Here is the royal agenda for the day.
Tak, bo teraz będzie sierociniec.
As you can see, you have 2 audiences in the throne room to begin. I've heard rumors that Reaver's latest proposals are both scandalous and delicious. It should be most entertaining.
I trust you're well, sir. Hello, great king.
Gosh, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, the King.
Hail and greeting.
This hearing concerns the future of the Bowerstone Shelter and Orphanage. Paige will speak for the disenfranchised people of the city. Reaver will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, the shelter has long been the only refuge for the homeless, the poor, and the orphaned. And until we can change the whole world for the better, it will continue to be their only hope of survival.
No ładnie.
Isn't it time we held out a helping hand to those who need it most? The shelter is underfunded, and the building...
The poor of this city have suffered enough. We will renovate the shelter and orphanage.
The Bowerstone Shelter shall be refurbished at the Crown's expense.
Thank you, Your Majesty. You've done the right thing.
As you wish, Your Majesty. The parentless tykes and their destitute friends shall have a palace to call their own.
To jest zawsze dobre.
Are you a beggar, too lazy to own your own clothes? Or perhaps an orphan, aching for a bowl of gruel? Then come to Reaver Industries Shelter and Orphanage, where you'll find food, beds, clothes, and even new parents. No matter who you are, we care, even if you don't deserve it.
Today, you will deal with a pressing environmental issue. The disposal of the city's waste. Reaver will offer his proposal. A member of the Morningwood community will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will have noticed a certain aroma permeating the city of late, even more nauseating than usual. I fear...
Morningwood is to be left unspoiled. We will find other ways to deal with Bowerstone's sewage problem.
The King has spoken. Morningwood shall not be used as a waste site. The Sanitation Committee will look into safer alternatives.
Groovy. You are like a majestuous eagle, Your Majesty. You were in touch with your inner innards. Granny Nature thanks you from, like, the bottom of her heart.
A pity. I must admit I was rather looking forward to breathing fresh air, but I'm sure Your Majesty knows best. There is nothing as important as the health and hygiene of our citizens. As such, Reaver Industries is delighted to announce the opening of the Bowerstone Sewage Recycling Facility, because there can be no affluence without effluence.
The day is almost over, Your Majesty. Only one more appointment left. Paige has requested a meeting in the old rebel headquarters. How very cloak and dagger. I wonder what she wants.
No dobra, to w kryjówce rebelian tutaj tak muszę stąd iść.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
O, sporo. To się musiał do jednego miejsca wybrać.
This is royal magnificence. Hello?
Wow! It's the king!
My wife threw me out, and I've got nowhere to go.
The king!
Sir?
Już mnie ciągle tu. Iść po niego, jakąś drogę znaleźć.
I hope everything is in order. I stand in awe of your...
It's not every day a king walks into the rebel headquarters. You've changed the world since we last stood here.
You had a lot to do with it, Paige.
But we still haven't changed things enough. Without Logan's troops, crime is becoming a serious problem. Good. Kid went undercover with a gang of robbers and found out their plans. They're going to strike the tavern in Bowerstone Market. If you get there in time, you can stop the raid. And at least one of those thugs must know where Ferret is holed up.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
No ich tam wybije ze szczerby albo z młotka.
At your orders.
If you cooperate, you won't get hurt. But if you give us any trouble, we'll kill you. Now, just so you know we mean business, I'd like one of you to give us trouble, so we can kill him as an example to the rest. Who's it gonna be then? Oh look, we have a volunteer. The king, no less. Have at him, fellas.
Your beard looks a bit scruffy. Let me give it a trim.
Nice work, me boys. We've nearly bagged another. Natural, that is.
It is no longer advantageous for any of us to frequent the hideout in Industrial. Presently, I shall inaugurate a new centre of operations in Bowerstone Market. You've been provided
Wiem, że podejdą sobie do tego kręgu wszyscy, bo wtedy wypadli na
endeavour
100%.
to prevent its transference to an unauthorized individual.
I
I'll buy anything.
Oh, Your Majesty.
Sir.
Almost.
Hello.
Hello, great lord. Hey!
Hello, Your Majesty.
Oh, wow.
My lord.
Hello.
Hello. Great. At your orders, sir.
Greetings, sir. At your command.
Sir.
Sir.
Bedtime, people!
You again. It does tend to obviate the entire objective of maintaining a secret hideout if your enemies can simply infiltrate whenever they've the inclination. Lads, perform the specific services for which I employ you. Expeditiously.
Huh?
Kill him. Fast.
You're gonna be one of... Oh! Yikes! Sure wish me vest were a bit more bullet. Ha! Don't let him kick you. What the... Did you see that?
Nie tędy. Myślałem, że ten placek jakiś mogę wziąć.
That's it.
My dear Bob, you're a ruthless crook and a big booby as well. And since you are a ruthless crook, I'm not signing this letter so that I can remain anonymous. Ha ha! Yours, Arthur. Oh.
I can't live one more day in this cell.
Oi! Stop!
Oni mnie nie atakowali, co to było?
I believe I can state with relative confidence that your efforts are in vain. Even should it transpire that you vanquish my associates, this door is completely impenetrable. In addition to which, this cell contains a secret egress through which I may abscond whenever I desire.
Oh.
Meanwhile, my compatriots shall brutalize your person.
Am I good? There you are, then.
You haven't lost your touch. I'm surprised his men were foolish enough to fight you.
Now, truth be told, my superlative intellect notwithstanding, it would appear this is not, in fact, the specific cell I so confidently referenced earlier. The one with the secret exit has 2 beds. All right, You have prevailed, Your Majesty. I concede. However, I entreat you to entertain a certain proposal.
You have nothing to offer, Ferret. It's over.
That pronouncement is objectively devoid of merit. I happen to have on my person a substantial quantity of currency. Let me go free, and the money is yours.
As far as I'm concerned, you can stay there and rot.
You royal miscreant! This grievous malefaction shall be rewarded with equally grievous retribution.
Bez jedzenia, wody i w ogóle, no nie.
I'm sorry to say we are falling well short of expectations. The treasury holds nowhere near enough gold. But the kingdom demands your attention once more. The time has come to make a decision on Albion's drinking laws. Under Logan's rule, our citizens are restricted in the amount of alcohol. As you wish. Let the streets be filled with poor, drunken revelers. Perhaps it will take their minds off their impending doom. This will leave a noticeable gap in our budget, however. If you are feeling particularly generous, you may wish to make a personal donation to bridge that gap. Let us move on to other matters, Your Majesty. You have a busy day in the throne room ahead.
Aha, Akademia Brighton, to ładnie.
Samuel, the head of the Brightwall Academy, is ready to plead his case. I sincerely hope he isn't after a handout, though I'm sure Master Reaver will be the voice of reason, as always.
A właściwie 1000 to sobie wezmę. Akademia się akurat za...
You're gonna teach your little one to be like you?
Tak, ale...
Ah, it's the great ruler. Hello.
Got hitched, did you? Well done. Hello. At your service.
All stand to attention for the King of Albion.
Does anyone ever get sentenced to death at these things?
Today you decide on the status of the Brightwall Academy, Your Majesty. Samuel will speak for the town and its scholars. Reaver will dispute his cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, it was your father who opened the doors to Albion's greatest seat of learning. Under his rule, knowledge...
The Brightwall Academy will be open to all who wish to learn.
The Brightwall Academy shall be reopened, and Albion will once again have a free center of learning.
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. This is the start of a new day for us all.
Very well. I will make the arrangements at once. Stimulate your intellect in the newly reopened Brightwall Academy. Suckle the knowledge from the land's greatest minds and avail yourself of the best library ever assembled. Everyone, from the most impoverished genius to the wealthiest idiot, is welcome. Brightwall Academy, Whatever you earn,
Te książki muszę sobie zebrać, bo...
The court summons Page and Reaver. The matter before you today is the future of Bower Lake. Reaver will offer his proposal. Page will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, a recent survey of Bower Lake has found that the waterbed is rich in valuable metals. Now, as amusing as it would be to make workers hold their breath as they mine these resources, I fear it would be impractical. Instead, we have no choice but to dam the river and drain the lake of all water. Once that is done, we will have a ready-made quarry, ripe for the plucking. It will be a pity to disfigure the landscape so close to my former home.
Page is right. We must protect our natural resources. Bower Lake is to be left untouched.
The king has ruled. Bower Lake's natural beauty is hereby protected by order of the crown.
Thank you. Let's show the world Albion is worth defending.
Is a pretty view worth more than a treasury full of gold? I bow to your greater wisdom. As someone whose home has overlooked the resplendent Bower Lake, I am pleased to declare the official protection of this natural wonder. May its water drown anyone who doesn't appreciate its beauty.
I trust the court was not too dull today. In any case, I'm confident your final task will be most enjoyable. A loyal and wealthy member of our community has offered to make a sizable donation to our treasury. Her only request is that you go to Millfields to make the collection in person. A perfect chance to stretch your legs, Your Majesty.
Dobra, dalej.
You might have a look in the sanctuary shop. I'm quite certain there are gifts for you to open.
Ładnie ten obraz.
There are new weapons in your armory. Welcome to the sanctuary.
Ulan, to jest dobre.